And honestly, those qualities become more important than pure confidence, because confidence without teamwork usually turns into arrogance. And the military notices that fast. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Journey to Sailor. Good to have you back. When most people think of someone succeeding in the military, they usually imagine the loudest, toughest, most intimidating person in the room, the super athletic recruit, the person yelling motivation at everyone, the action movie version of military life. But honestly, after serving and watching different people go through boot camp and the fleet, I realized something surprising, that people succeed long-term are usually not who you expect, because military success is way more mental than people realize. It's not just about strength, but it's about attitude, adaptability, and consistency under pressure. And over time, I've noticed 3 specific types of people who almost always seem to do well in the military. Not perfect people, but people whose mindset naturally fits military life. So in this video, I want to break down the top 3 types of people who usually succeed in the military and why. The type number 1, the adaptable person. This is probably the biggest one. The military changes constantly. Schedules change, leadership changes, rules change, and plans, sometimes at the last possible second. And the people who struggle the most are usually the ones who need everything to go exactly the way they imagined. Because military life is unpredictable. You can go from relaxed to stressed in minutes, if not seconds. You can get moved to a different workspace, different duty station, different watch schedule, or different responsibilities without any warning. The adaptable person handles this better than most, not because they enjoy chaos, but because they understand how to mentally pivot without completely shutting down emotionally. That matters so much, especially in boot camp. Boot camp is designed to overwhelm people intentionally. There's yelling, there's confusion, there's pressure, fast instruction, and constant corrections. And recruits who adapt quickly usually start improving fast. Meanwhile, the people who mentally resist every uncomfortable situation often struggle much longer. One thing I noticed was that adaptable people, they don't waste energy complaining about reality. They focus on adjusting to it. The mindset becomes extremely valuable in military culture because honestly, there will be many situations you cannot control. The weather, scheduling, leadership decisions, inspections, duty days, and deployments. Adaptable people learn, I may not control the situation, but I can control my response to it. And that mentality helps them survive hard moments without mentally collapsing. Type number 2, the team-oriented person. This one is huge. A lot of people walk in the military thinking individual performance is everything. But military life is deeply connected to teamwork, especially in environments like ships, squadrons, or combat units. People depend on each other constantly, and selfish attitudes become very obvious very quickly. The people who usually succeed are the ones who naturally think about the group instead of only about themselves. That doesn't mean becoming a robot or losing individuality. It means understanding other people are affected by my actions. And in the military, that's real. If someone shows up late, other people suffer. If somebody refuses to learn their job, other people pick up the slack. If somebody quits mentally during training, the entire division feels it. That's why teamwork gets pushed so hard at boot camp. It's not random. The military wants people to think beyond themselves because real-world operations depend on coordination and trust. Some of the best military members I've ever met were not flashy people at all. They were dependable people. People who helped others without being asked. The people who stayed calm under stressful moments. And the people who encouraged others when morale was very low. And honestly, those qualities become more important than pure confidence, because confidence without teamwork usually turns into arrogance. And the military notices that fast. One thing that surprises a lot of recruits is how much emotional maturity matters in a team environment. Can you work with difficult personalities? Can you stay professional when you're annoyed? Can you handle criticism without creating drama? Those skills matter more than people think, especially in close quarters where you cannot simply leave people. On ships especially, there's no escaping coworkers completely. So the people who succeed are usually the ones who learn cooperation and emotional control. Type number 3, the disciplined person. Not the motivated person, the disciplined person. There's a huge difference. Motivation is emotional, discipline is behavioral. Motivation comes and goes and everyone feels motivated sometimes, but military life becomes difficult when motivation disappears. Because eventually, there will be days when you're exhausted, days when you're frustrated, when you miss home, when leadership annoys you, and when you feel mentally drained. And disciplined people still perform anyway. That's why they succeed long term. One thing boot camp teaches you very quickly is consistency. You wake up early, regardless of feeling, you clean regardless of feeling, and you train regardless of feeling. And some people struggle because they've only learned how to function when they feel inspired. The military doesn't operate like that. Responsibility still exists during hard days. That's why disciplined people adapt better. They create routines, they stay organized, they learn standards, and they handle responsibility without needing constant supervision. Leadership notices that fast. And honestly, discipline creates trust. When leaders know they can rely on someone consistently, opportunity usually follows. More responsibility, better evaluations, leadership roles, and career advancement. Meanwhile, unreliable people create stress for everyone around them, and eventually that catches up to them. One important thing though, discipline does not mean perfection. A disciplined person can still struggle emotionally, they can still get tired, they can still fail sometimes. The difference is they recover faster instead of completely giving up. That resilience matters immensely in a military environment. Now, something important I want to say is this. You do not have to naturally possess all these qualities to join. A lot of these traits get developed over military service. That's one of the biggest transformations people experience. Some recruits arrive immature and leave incredibly disciplined. Some arrive shy and become excellent teammates. Some arrive overwhelmed and eventually become highly adaptable under pressure. Both happen, but usually the people who succeed long-term are willing to learn these qualities instead of resisting them. That's the key difference. Because military life constantly pushes people outside their comfort zones, and your mindset determines whether or not that pressure builds you or breaks you down mentally. Now, obviously, there are exceptions to everything. You can be disciplined and still struggle. You can be adaptable and still hate military life. But generally speaking, people who thrive most are adaptable, they're team-oriented, and they're disciplined. Not necessarily the loudest, not necessarily the strongest, the most mentally flexible people. And honestly, I think that surprises a lot of civilians because military success is usually less about intimidation and more about consistency, emotional control, and learning how to function under pressure with other people. So if you're considering joining the military, ask yourself, can I adapt when things change? Can I work well with others? Can I stay disciplined even when I don't feel motivated? Because those three traits will take you much farther than most people realize. All right, that'll do it for this time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your focus. Thank you for your attention. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe. Give me suggestions. I would love to hear what you guys want me to talk about, what you want me to explain a little deeper. Any of my personal experiences, personal stories. Ask away. I am an open book. If you haven't already, check out these videos right here. I'm sure they'll shed some additional light on different topics relating to boot camp, military life, military service, all that good stuff. And please be on the lookout for the next videos coming out. Usually I put out 2 or 3 videos a week, and I hope to see you next time.